Welcome back, everybody. It is Word Problem Wednesday, and as it says right here, this is the last one with the 5th grade Sun Devil Learning Lab. This is also my last video with Ms. Delgado. So for your introduction, here are the things that you're going to need. You need paper and pencil, and then your objective is that we'll be able to solve word problems about dividing fractions using the cubes method. And we'll go into a review right now about the cubes method if you do need a little quick reminder on it. So the cubes method, it's an acronym, meaning that each of the letters stands for something. So here for C, we have to circle the key numbers, and a question you can ask yourself is, what do I know? The U is underline the question, and this is what am I being asked to solve? The B is box math action words. Am I going to add, subtract, divide, multiply, or something else? E is evaluate. What steps do I take? What information don't I need? And else, the S is solve and check. Does my answer make sense? How can I double check? And so this is the format that you're going to use. I do recommend having a copy of this. And when I say copy, just grab a piece of paper, make these lines as best as you can and the words inside of it, and you guys are set to go. So we're going to jump into our methods of dividing with fraction, or just a method that we're going to try and use. So the first thing that I like doing is drawing a tape diagram. I'm going to put this into 3. So here I have 1, 2, 3, which represents the first number in our sentence. The next thing we need to do is divide this into 12s. So I'm going to do this in blue. So what I mean by 12s, in each of these little sections, we're going to put 12 boxes in this. So I'm going to first cut it in half for all of them. And now I have 2 in each. But then the next thing I'm going to do is cut those halves in half. And so now I should have 4 boxes in each. And then my last step is I put 3 lines, and that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, we're just going to put 2 lines in each of those boxes that we just made. And that gives me 3 in those little boxes. And that should give me 12. And I'll double check just so you guys can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, just put 2 lines. And so there we have our 3 boxes, our 3 holes cut up into 12. So now what we're going to do is we're going to count up all the 12s we have. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So I have 36 12s divided by 12. So we know what 36 divided by 12 is, which is 3, but we have 3 12s. Oops. And we can make this into a fraction, which is 3 over 12. And notice how our numerator is that first number, and our denominator was that second number. We can continue to simplify this. I know that 12 is a multiple of 3, and let's write down the multiples. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, and then if we do 3 times 4, it gets us 12. So I know that 3 divided by 3 is 1, and I know that 12 divided by 3 is 4, so our fraction simplified is 1 over 4. So our answer is 1/4. Alright, so now we've done a method that we're going to try and use throughout all of it. We're going to jump into our questions in the cubes method. So the first thing that we're going to do is circle key numbers. So I'm going to circle, let's first read it, I'm sorry. A total of 2 yards of fabric is used to make 5 identical pillows. How much fabric is used for each pillow? So I'm going to first circle 2 yards of fabric, 5 identical pillows. We're going to next underline the question. How much fabric is used for each pillow? Box math action words. So for this one, I know that we're doing division just because that was given to you guys in the beginning where I told you guys we're doing division for our word problem Wednesday. So I want to look for a phrase or a word that stands out to me that tells me, okay, I'm doing division. So what I'm going to do and box is used for each pillow. And that's because it tells me that I need to use the same amount for the 5 identical pillows, and that tells me I need to divide. E is to evaluate. So what steps are we going to take? I'm going to do 2 for the 2 yards of fabric divided by 5 identical pillows. And we're going to go further and we're going to use the same exact steps that we used up here. And we're going to solve and check. Alright, so let's go ahead and start solving. So as we do, we draw that tape diagram. So there are 2 boxes here. The next thing we do is we put this into fifths. The next thing we do is we count up how many fifths we made. So here we have 10 fifths divided by 5. Do we know what 10 divided by 5 is? Yes, we do. It is 2. And then we continue to bring this down, and it's 2 fifths. And in other words, that could be 2 over 5. Again, notice how the numerator is the first number, and the denominator is the second number. And so that is our answer, 2 fifths. So 2 fifths of fabric are used for each pillow. Okay? Let's go on to the next question. So the question says, an ice cream shop uses 4 pints of ice cream to make 6 sundaes. How many pints of ice cream are used for each sundae? So let me erase that. I'm sorry. We're going to use the cubes method, remember? C is to circle key numbers. So the ice cream shop uses 4 pints of ice cream. And it's used to make 6 sundaes. Okay, so our question is, how many pints of ice cream are used for each sundae? And so like we did for the other one, we need to look for that phrase that tells us division. And we know it's division because I told you guys that in the beginning of the video that we're using division for the word problem Wednesday. So I'm going to box for each sundae. Next, we're going to evaluate. So I know I need to do 4 pints of ice cream to make 6 sundaes, and I need to find out how many pints of ice cream are used for each sundae. So if we have 4 pints, that's our total, and we're dividing it into 6 sundaes. And so that's what we're going to do, and we're going to use that tape method like above. So want you guys, before you pause it, I want you guys to pause it in a bit. And I want you to try and solve it, but I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to pause it. When you guys come back, so when you click play, we're going to go over it. So go ahead and pause it and solve it for yourself. Okay, so at this point, you should have been paused it, and now you're hitting play to go over the answer. So let's do that tape diagram first. And the first thing that we're doing is we're going to make this into 4. And we do 4 because of the 4 pints of ice cream. And then right after that, we're gonna make each of the holes here. We're gonna cut that into 6. So I'm gonna do one in the middle, and I'm gonna do 2 lines in between those, and that will give me 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm gonna do that to all of them to make sure I get 6 in all. So there I have 6. So the next thing we do is we're going to count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So here we have 24 sixths. And we can actually write that in a fraction. So that's 24 sixths. And my answer is 24 sixths divided by 6. So what is 24 divided by 6? That is 4, meaning we have 4 sixths. And I'm sorry, I just moved down here just because I was running out of space. 4 sixths, and we can write that as a fraction, which is 4 sixths. And notice how the top number is that first number in the division sentence, and that bottom number, the denominator, is that second number, the divisor, in that number sentence. We could continue to simplify this. I know that 2 goes into both of these. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our answer is 2/3. All right, so for this last one, it is your turn. So like I did in the last one, you're going to pause it and do this one on your own, and then we're going to go over it. So I'll give you a few seconds to pause it. All right, so if you are listening to me now, that means you are done with the problem. We're going to go over it now. So an ice cream shop uses 6 bananas to make 4 identical sundaes. So look at how similar they are. This one, the question 2 is about ice cream, but this one's about bananas. So an ice cream shop uses 6 bananas to make 4 identical sundaes. So I'm going to circle 6 bananas and 4 identical sundaes. How many bananas are used in each sundae? So that was what I underlined. Our math action words, I'm going to box in orange, in each sundae. And evaluate, what are we going to do? How are we going to solve this? So we're going to actually do 6 bananas divided by 4 identical sundaes. All right? So notice how the numbers are the same from question 2 and question 3, how it's 4 and 6. But notice how the 4 was the dividend in question 2, but the 6 is the dividend, meaning it's the thing that's being divided by. So we'll go ahead and get started with our tape diagram. And then we're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to make 2 lines in between each half and try to make it as equal as you can. This makes us have 6 holes, and then we're going to cut this into fourths, and that's 3 lines. When you do 3 lines in each of these boxes, it creates 4 pieces. There we go. So now the next thing we do is count up each of these. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We have 24 fourths, and we know it's fourths because we just split our holes up into fourths divided by 4. 24 divided by 4 we know is 6, but it's not, the answer isn't 6. The answer is 6 fourths. We can write this as a fraction, 6 fourths. And again, notice how the numerator is that first number and our denominator is that second number. We can continue to simplify this. 6 divided by 4, I know that 2 goes into both of them. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So our answer is 3 over 2. Look at how this one is 2 over 3 and this one's 3 over 2. And it is because in question 2 we had 4 over 6, and in this question we had 6 over 4. So that's why this answer was 2 over 3, and this one was 3 over 2. Alright, so continue to look for those patterns so that it will help you guys understand division more and also to make it even simpler for you guys. So if you do want more practice, I did link this here. Here are 2 questions and I'll read them out loud to you guys. 40 students shared 5 pizzas equally. How much pizza will each student receive? What fraction of the pizza did each student receive? And then Scott has 6 days to save money for a $45 concert. If he saves the same amount each day, what is the minimum amount he must save each day in order to reach his goal? Express your answer in dollars. Again, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been watching the Sun Devil Learning Lab this summer. I hope you guys had a great summer and were safe. Again, the objective is that you'll be able to solve word problems about dividing fractions using the cubes method, and continue to come back and rewatch these videos if you need any help, and go to other resources if needed. But thank you guys so much. This is Ms. Delgado, and have a great rest of your day.